All right, let's talk about a term that is, well, it's everywhere these days. Artificial intelligence. It's in our phones, it's in our cars, and it's definitely shaping our future. But what is it, really? Let's break it down. So let's kick things off with a question for you. What does your phone's GPS, the thing that helps you dodge traffic, have in common with a supercomputer that can demolish a chess grandmaster? The answer, as you probably guessed, is artificial intelligence. Both of them are using some pretty complex logic to solve a very specific problem. And that just shows you how wide the world of AI really is.
Okay, so to really get a grip on this, we've got to rewind, like all the way back to the beginning. We're going to build this thing from the ground up, looking at where the whole idea even came from and what it's become today.
Believe it or not, the name artificial intelligence was actually coined way back in 1956. This guy, John McCarthy, who we now call the father of AI, came up with it. And his definition was beautifully simple: the science and engineering of making intelligent machines. That single idea has been the driving force behind computer science for decades.
So what does that actually mean for us today? Well, the key thing to get is that it's all about teaching machines to do things that, normally require a human brain. This isn't some kind of magic spell. Nope. It's about feeding them tons and tons of data and using really smart logic so they can reason, find patterns, and learn as they go. Basically, mimicking how we think.
But here's the thing. What does intelligent even mean when we're talking about a machine? Turns out, not all AI is built the same. So to really understand the landscape, we first have to talk about what kinds of intelligence these systems are even trying to copy.
Okay, so when engineers are trying to build these AI systems, they're basically chasing 5 key things. These are kind of the pillars of what we consider intelligence. It's about more than just doing math really fast. It's about systems that can learn from new stuff, reason their way to a conclusion, solve brand new problems, perceive the world around them with sensors, and even understand human language.
And these abilities show up across 3 different levels of AI. Right now, and this is important, we are living squarely in the age of artificial narrow intelligence, or ANI. This is AI that is absolutely brilliant at one thing, like playing chess or finding the best search result. The next level up, the one we haven't reached yet, is AGI, a machine that's as intellectually flexible as a human. And then there's the theoretical endgame, ASI, an intelligence that would be smarter than us in, everything.
All right, so we've talked about what AI is and how powerful it can be. Now let's look at it from another angle. How does it actually interact with us? Is it just a tool? Is it a collaborator? Or is it something that works all on its own? This helps us see its role in our lives a little clearer. First up, you've got assisted intelligence. And honestly, this is the one you probably use every single day without even thinking about it. Think of it as a super smart tool. It's there to make you faster and more accurate. That GPS is the perfect example. It crunches all the traffic data for you, but you're still the one driving the car. It helps you, but you're in charge. Now let's take it up a notch to what's called augmented intelligence. This is where the machine stops being just a tool and starts acting more like a partner. A great example is a customer service chatbot. It doesn't just give an employee info, it actually talks to customers, solves the easy problems, and learns from it all. It's a true collaboration that frees up the humans to handle the really tricky stuff.
And then you have the final type, autonomous intelligence. This is the big one. This is where the machine gets to be its own boss, making decisions and taking action all by itself. No human required. The classic example, of course, is a self-driving car. It's out there on the road, navigating traffic, making choices, all on its own.
So, we've covered the what and the why. But what about the how? Like, what's actually going on under the hood to make all this stuff possible? Let's take a quick peek at the building blocks, the core tech that makes AI tick.
So inside that AI engine, you've got a few key components. Machine learning. That's the big one. It's how systems learn from data without someone programming every single rule. Then there's natural language processing, or NLP. That's how your smart speaker understands you when you ask for a song. Computer vision is what lets a machine see and make sense of photos and videos. Robotics, that gives AI a physical body to move around and do things. And expert systems are all about capturing the knowledge of a human expert, like a top doctor, and putting it into a machine.
Okay, enough with the theory.
right? Let's bring this all back down to earth. We've gone over the concepts, but the really amazing part is how this stuff is already changing everything. Where do you actually see it in action? And the truth is, AI isn't some sci-fi dream anymore. It is here, and it's a huge part of pretty much every industry you can think of. In healthcare, it's helping doctors find diseases earlier by seeing tiny patterns in scans that a human eye might miss. In finance, it's the silent guard that's always watching for credit card fraud. And in marketing, it's the reason your shopping recommendations sometimes feel a little too perfect. It's changing our world from the ground up.
And to give you an idea of the sheer impact we're talking about, get this. Some studies are showing that if we widely adopted those autonomous vehicles, that's that Type 3 AI we mentioned, we could potentially cut down car crashes by a staggering 90%. That's not just a small improvement, that's a world-changing leap in safety, all powered by AI.
So, when you put it all together, you can see that AI is on this incredible journey. It's shifting from being just a tool to a partner, and maybe one day, to an independent agent. And that leaves us with a really, really big question. It's not just about what can AI do anymore. The real question we all have to ask is, what should it do? And that's something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.